Well, just learning how to win, having confidence to win, I think, is more than anything else. I think, we're getting better, we're growing, guys are understanding, accepting that. Being in those close situations, believe me, Mike, we're not playing like great. We're making there's a lot of mistakes that are being made that, when you're playing for something that's going to matter, you can make up for it in a regular season game on a Wednesday, Tuesday night, but again, when it really matters is what we're working to get better at. But again, I think our confidence, our maturity, our togetherness has helped us in those situations.
The way they responded last night when Drummond hits that ridiculous half-court three or three-quarter court three, and they come back and Kyle goes hard, and then I think Corey goes hard, and sort of that momentum swing. It doesn't get carried away. Is that one of those? Is that one of those sort of?
That was a good example of taking matters in your hand and making up for that shot and not letting it get you down and not letting it be a momentum swing. I thought our guys responded well. I think we led with like a 5-0, 6-0 run in that stretch and made up for it. So those are the kind of plays you got to make. The maturity, the leadership that DeMar and Kyle are showing and Corey's showing with the second unit, except Corey got scored on like 3 times on layups, out of bounds plays with 1 second to go. We had to let him know about that this morning, but he and Pat and Biz have done a good job with that second unit of coming in, kind of re-energizing us and getting us going off the bench.
You're getting an awful lot of production offensively out of Norman, but you're able to get minutes out of a rookie starter. That must make you pretty happy to be able to do that.
Yeah, it is. He's done a good job of putting him in certain situations. Again, it's fluid. It may not be that way every night. Next night it could be AB, it could be whoever else as far as matchups concerned. So, again, the great thing about young guys, they become sophomores, and he's learning. And again, Norman has a toughness about him that allows him to get away with some things, but so does AB. AB has some toughness about him, and Dwane has some toughness about him that's a quiet toughness. So all those guys at some point are going to have to come in and get some minutes and use some minutes for us and buy some minutes for us and be productive in those minutes.
Norman had 2 fouls in the first 4 or 5 minutes of all 3 starts. That's a rookie thing, right?
Well, again, age-old officials, you look around and who's the youngest guy I can call it on, and some of them were, I have to look at the film again to see where they are, but it was, touch fouls, and like I told Norm, if you're going to get called for foul, make sure you get your money's worth. But he's aggressive, he's tough, and he did get some quick fouls, which were close.
Dwane, you've talked in the past about trap games. Could this be one of those games where it's that last game before the break and, focus and attention isn't locked in?
No question. And again, we talked about that this morning in our film session, to not get trapped by this game, not look at their record. This team has beat the Clippers. They beat Chicago the other night. Last night they stubbed the toe a little bit, but they've been playing well offensively. They're like second in the league in 2-point shooting percentage within the 3. All their guys, Dang is shooting the ball well, Towns is shooting the ball well, Wiggins is having a big year. So offensively, this team is being a very powerful team, especially in the last 5 or 6 games.
Is there much talk in the locker room amongst you guys about All-Star, not just Kyle and DeMar, just the weekend?
Nobody's even mentioned All-Star. Nobody talked about. The good thing, what I respect about our players, Eric, is we're talking about the process. We're talking about game by game, and openly nobody talked about an 11-game winning streak. Nobody's openly talked about the All-Star break, what they're doing, where they're going. So that shows a sense of maturity also that you got to have to be able to win in this league.
Is that different from previous years? Not to imply that there wasn't focus or attention before, but is there a different feeling this year or no?
No, I don't know if we've ever had a team here that talked about it last year. I don't think. I mean, I don't remember anyone talking about it in the locker room. If they did, I didn't hear it, and still don't hear it, and the coaches haven't sensed it. So, but again, we reminded them very, in a healthy way this morning that this team is not about the record. This is a hard-playing team. You're going to have to come out and play for 48 minutes. And again, no matter it's Minnesota, whoever, we don't have the luxury, our team. And again, I'm preaching it again, we've got to play, we've got to dot the I's and cross the T's to be successful in this league.